Hello, you guys. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I want to get my headphones plugged in so you can hear me okay. Hello. I'm super excited to be here. It is Wednesday, middle of the week, maybe beginning of the week for some of you. I don't really know what your schedule is like. But I'm pumped to get in here today. I want to do a free training for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and invite a few people in. If you are here, let me know you're here. I'm just going to go ahead and get a few people. Come say hi. Let me know you're here. Come hang out with me. Okay. Sorry, I'm terrible at this whole inviting and talking and sharing and all that stuff. I just suck at it. Okay, here we go. So first of all, for those of you who are new to the group, welcome. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Letty, you're my girl, man. I fucking love it. It makes me feel good because I'm not just talking to myself. Somebody loves me out there. But I'm really excited for the newbies coming into the group. My name is Kelly Service. I am the owner of Alchemic Creations. It's a brand strategy and design company. And I am the founder of this freaking amazing group, the Creative Alchemists, where a lot of you are super amazing at what you do. A lot of you share some really great qualities with me. We're awesome people. That's just kind of how we roll, you know. It's like hanging out with my peeps all the time. But like I said, I'm super excited to be here today. We're going to be talking about brand strategy. It's one of my favorite topics, of course, because I'm a nerd like that. But it's really super important, you know, especially when it comes time to your business and your messaging and really calling in your people. A lot of people really tend to think that, you know, creating a brand is as easy as putting out a logo or, you know, creating a color palette. These are all pieces of a really great brand identity, but they're definitely not the core pieces that you need to have in place to have a really kick-ass brand. So today I want to get in here and to talk about, you know, creating a simple brand strategy. Because really, a lot of people get in here and they just kind of start throwing shit at the wall and they hope that it sticks. And, you know, that's kind of how we have to roll as small business owners, just because we don't have time to, you know, sit and perfect everything. But at the end of the day, if you don't take the time to sit down and put together a game plan, you're really actually creating more problems for yourself in the long run. You're wasting more time than you are saving it. So it's super important to have a strategy in place for everything you do, whether it's a marketing strategy, you know, maybe you're getting ready to launch a new product, some sort of launch strategy. It's always super important to have a game plan. And I've been notorious for, you know, sometimes I don't always do it as well. We're all guilty of it. So it's one of the things that you really have to focus on if you're serious about taking your brand to the next level. So today I'm just going to, you know, keep it really super simple for you guys. A brand strategy doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be a lot of work. It can be as easy as 5 simple steps. And so that's what we're going to do today. The first step that I always talk about, which is really important, is do a brand analysis. Take a second to really see where you're at with your brand currently. Some of you might not have a brand in place yet. You might think that you're just getting started and you have no idea what that even looks like. And that's okay. But, you know, take note of that stuff. Take note of what your brand is looking like to your, you know, to whoever you're talking to at this point. Ask around, you know, ask close family, friends. Maybe you want to get into a couple of these Facebook groups. And here, pop a poll in. Let me know. You know, we want to know how you feel like your brand is coming off to your people. And if you feel like there's some sort of disconnect, then you know it's time to sit down and rework your strategy. So do your brand analysis. Find out where you're sitting in the industry. It doesn't have to be a huge deal. Like I said, it can be super simple. Just take a look at where you're coming from, how your messaging is looking and sounding, maybe your brand identity, graphics, logos, that kind of stuff. What's all of that looking like at the moment? Once you kind of have an idea of where you need to make some changes, it's time to really sit down and go into step 2. Adjust your mission, your why, adjust the things that aren't really, you know, falling into place at this point. So for me, I had originally, and I've talked about this quite a bit, but I used to be Kelly Lynette Designs about, I think we're almost coming up on a year now since I've started to make that transition. But I really had to do an analysis of where I was at in time because I didn't really see myself growing into an agency format. I really always just wanted to be an individual designer and really just kind of work one-on-one with people. Well, as I grew and as my business evolved, I knew that it was time to seriously take a step back and reevaluate where I was going. So a brand analysis was exactly what I needed to do. I needed to see where I was coming in, what I was, you know, missing, what I was lacking, what areas I was really strong in, what areas really needed some help in. And then I started making the changes as I needed and, you know, getting there, making the adjustments as is. So step 2 is, you know, adjusting from where you've come from your brand analysis. Start looking at the things that need to be tweaked. The third step is going to be to identify your soulmate clients. I talk about this a lot. Knowing who your people are is going to be the most important step of your business. Clearly, you need to know who you're talking to. Once you've identified who these soulmate clients are, you're going to really want to do the homework and the research to find out what it is that they're, you know, what their problem is. Where's their business lacking? How can you be the perfect solution for whatever their issue is? Is it, For me, a lot of the issues that my clients really face is they lack clarity. They see their business one direction and they feel, compelled to go a different direction. And they really struggle with bringing those two directions into an overall whole. So for me, it's really easy to sit down and have these conversations with them because I can identify those areas of problems for them. And not only am I identifying them, but I have a solution for that. So once you've identified your soulmate client and you're really able to connect with them and speak their language, they're going to be able to relate to you. And once they become relatable to you, you start to build a connection. And that connection is what's going to convert to dollars. Super important, because if you don't have a relationship with those people, they don't have any reason to trust you or to buy your product. It's like one of my favorite things, you see people who friend request you and the next second they're shoving their business page down your throat or they're offering their services to you. That's not a relationship. That's not being relatable. That's not doing anything for me. That's actually a major turnoff. So you want to make sure that you know the problems that the clients are speaking and make sure you're approaching them in the way that they would feel, that would be the perfect approach for them. So step 1, create your brand analysis. Make sure you go through and do the homework. Step 2, adjust your brand mission, your why, whatever needs tweaking for moving forward. Step 3 is going to be identify that soulmate client. And then step 4 is to move forward with creating the identity. And this is one of my favorite topics because a lot of people confuse the term brand with brand identity, brand messaging. Brand identity, again, is going to be the physical things, the visuals, the logo, the colors, the graphics, your website. All of that stuff needs to be created, to match your new message, your new tone, all of that stuff. So once you've gotten all that stuff in line, your final step, go ahead and get visible as fuck. You've seen us talking about it a lot this week. My girl Sam over in We Are Badassery is really pushing everybody this month to get out of their comfort zone. Go hard and be who you are, show up, and just get visible. So if you've done all these steps for your brand strategy and they're in place, you just got to show up consistently, know how to speak to your people, do some free trainings, get out there and get live as much as possible. It's really not that hard to do all this, you guys. Letty says, I'm working on putting stuff together as we speak. Right? Because we just got off our call. So Letty is actually a client of mine, and we actually just had this conversation with her. We worked together, it's been over a year now. But when we first started, we really got to know each other and we built a relationship. We became super good friends after that. We still haven't met in person, but Letty and I talk a lot. We talk all the time. She's definitely one of my friends, not just a client anymore. And that's because relationship is important to me. You can ask any of my past clients, my current clients. I build relationships for the long haul. I'm not here to just take your money and run. I'm here to become a lifelong friend, somebody that you can connect with whenever you need, ask questions. Letty says basically family. And we do talk to each other like family. Bitch, get out of my way. No, I'm just kidding. But that's true. Like, you really want to build a long-lasting, business. And so the way to do that is to become relatable. Make sure your clients are thinking of you all the time when their problem is coming to mind. Again, it just comes back to being super, super real, super authentic. Those are the things that are going to build these relationships. And obviously relationships equal money in this world, because that's how they convert. Once people are able to trust you and they know that you're actually legit and your word means something, they're going to want to hire you all the time. They're going to want to work with you. They're going to be lining up at your door. So it's really, really important to have all these steps in place so they know that they want to work with you. It's super, easy as that. So again, just to kind of wrap up this training, I know it's been pretty quick, but 5 easy steps, you guys, super easy. So grab your pen and paper and write these down and start going to town. Step 1, go ahead and do your brand analysis. Where are you at in the market? What's things looking like? Where do you need to make your adjustments? Step 2, start making those adjustments. Reevaluate your brand mission. Figure out what your why is. Does it match up with what your why was when you first started? Sometimes that shifts for us. It's okay to change directions. Just know what your direction, what direction you're going to head in. Step 3 is going to be, again, to identify your soulmate client. This one is so important, you guys. You have to know exactly who your target is. If you're not able to identify that person, you're just essentially, shooting darts at a dartboard with blindfolded. And I don't know about you, but I'm not really good at that. You have to have a direction and you have to have a client to talk to. So make sure you know exactly who they are, how to speak to them, what their problems are, and then come in hard swinging. Step 4 is to, again, identify and develop, go ahead and develop your identity. Create the logo, create the colors, create the brand messaging, get all your website stuff in order, maybe create, a sales page, just some sort of landing page so you have digital digs of your own. You really want to make sure that your people can come find you. If you're really big in the social media world, make sure that they know how to get a hold of you there. Have all of your platforms consistent. Oh, we got another person coming in. Hello, Miss Molly. Thanks for joining me. But stay consistent. So show up and get your platforms, matching all the way across the board. And I don't mean like, when I say matching, I mean not everything has to be exactly the same, but you want to make sure that you have the same profile picture so you become recognizable. Your brand colors should be everywhere. Brand patterns should be showing up on the daily. You guys see my graphics when I get posting about stuff. I always have the same brand patterns visible because those are things that identify me. They're, things that people see and they recognize. So it's really important to, identify your brand identity and then show up with it. So that takes me to your final step, step 5, get visible as fuck. Show up all the time, show up consistently, be you, be authentic, own your superpower and be proud of it. I talked about it in a live this morning that I did in We Are Badassery. You have a superpower, you have a special gift and no one else can do what you do. And so if you stay quiet and you're not shining and sharing that gift with the world, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You're being selfish. You are keeping your magic hidden from somebody who actually needs it in this world. Even if it's just one person who hears you or sees you, that's one person you're making a difference in. And then that one person tells one more person. And now you have 2 people. And those 2 people tell 2 more people and it snowballs. So it's really, really important to have these relationships and to just keep showing up. If you guys have any questions at all after you're done with this, just reach out to me. Let me know. It's really not complicated stuff, but I want to help. I want to be able to get you guys as visible as fuck and get you clear on the strategies that you need in place to really develop an amazing brand. So to kind of take that into the next part of this, a lot of you have been asking about some easy ways to work with me because I did launch the Brand Alchemy course a few weeks ago and it was so much fun. We had such high engagement with people. It was a game changer for me. And I want to be able to help as many of you guys as possible. And I know budget always becomes an issue. A lot of you are just getting started in this world, so you don't really have, the money to drop on a one-on-one designer. And I get that. It's a starting point. I was there. Everyone's there. So it's really important to me to be able to do what I can to help you guys. So what I've kind of put together is I took a play from my coach's playbook. Sorry, Miss Samantha. But I put together this really, really cool, super easy action game plan. Sam calls hers an action plan. Mine's going to be a brand strategy game plan. I'm definitely taking it straight from her because she knows how to get results. She taught me, do what you can to get visible, and this is what we're going to do. So for $55, I'm going to put together a 30-minute strategy session for you. We're going to get together and have all the clarity you need. Hey, Mindy, we're going to hash out whatever's keeping you stuck, wherever you feel that you don't know the direction you want to go in. Maybe you're kind of stuck on a logo that you've been working on. Whatever it is, 30 minutes, we're going to hash it the fuck out. And then you're going to walk away with a game plan. You're going to have 5 steps that I'm going to give you to execute when we're done, so you can walk away knowing exactly what it's going to take your brand to the next level. So it's $55, super, super fucking cheap. I never do things like this. Lady says, oh my God, I know, right? It's ridiculous. My hourly rate for a strategy session right now, you guys, is $149. So for me to drop it to $55 for you is amazing. But the point of it is to be able to help as many people as I can. It's not about the money for me. It's really about getting the clarity that you guys need. I hear it all the time. People tell me, I feel like my brain needs to go this way, but my heart makes me want to go this way, and my brain's making me go this way. So which direction do I go? That's the whole point of getting on this strategy session. We'll get together and we'll figure that out together. So really amazing. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the link for you guys real quick. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this package open. Right now I've got 5 available spots for it. They will go really, really fucking quick because this is the only time I've ever done this. Oh, hi, Karen. My aunt just dropped in. So I really don't want you guys to wait on it. Grab them up. If they are super successful, which I know they will be because I'm a badass, I may be able to open up a few more in the next couple of weeks. But again, I only have 5 for the next, what are we at? We're September 14th right now, 13th? Yeah, so I have 5 spots in the next 2 weeks for September. That's it. Hopefully I can open up a few more in October. But with the move coming up in the next few weeks and my plate really getting kind of full with the holidays coming in really soon, I don't know how long I will have these spots available. So jump on them as quickly as you can. $55 gets you a 30-minute strategy session with me and a 5-step game plan that you're going to walk away knowing exactly what you need to do to kick your ass into gear. So let me know if you guys have any questions at all. I'm really super excited for this. I cannot wait to work with you guys. There's a lot of you in here who have been messaging me, what can I do? How can we work together? I really want to be able to work with you. This is it. $55 get you in the door, and we just start going to town. We are going to kick some serious ass, get you a badass brand strategy, and help you show up and get visible as fuck. It's what you do. You know, you need to own your superpower, and I'm here to show you how to share that with the world. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining me live. I do appreciate you guys coming in. It's always so amazing to hang out with you guys. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. I have dropped the link for that $55 30-minute strategy session in the comments, and I'll be here if you guys need anything. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.